Recording, okay. Turn this up. I'm going to do a very similar warm up to what I did yesterday, but I'm going to incorporate a little bit of different stuff. This is sort of what I do in my programming is I like to provide them with different mobility warm ups. So they're challenging themselves in a different way once in a while. So let's just incorporate some step ups. If you have a BOSU, let's use it. So maybe I'm starting a new trend. I just find like when it's dark, it's so hard to do anything. It's like anything, my motivation just cuts off. So I'm on my boat suit. I don't know if you can see it. You don't have to be on my boat suit. Just keep moving. Okay, I'm leading with my right leg through the whole set here. And then I can switch to the left. I like to use the boat suit because it forces me to work my joints as well. Stability is so much more important as we get older. Start feeling like your body is responding well, you can pick up your pace. Remember your workout. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. I think sometimes people get nervous at these Zooms, right? Bring it together. I feel like we just need to get out of our own way. Talking and being online certainly taught me how to do that. 3 more. 2 and 1. Okay, so I am going to do those side kicks. Okay. Yeah, I just think they're very, very important. So a lot of clients don't like using the bow suit. They'll just squat and feeling this from yesterday. Okay, and I'm going to incorporate that instability. But if you're struggling and you're still kicking like this, get rid of the bow suit. Okay, just focus on opening up the hips. Do about 5 or 6 per side. Do more if you want to. Switch. You're watching some workout, isn't it? Last one. Okay, so now we're going to stand on something. You don't have to. Okay. And keep your legs fairly straight. I just want you to hand over. Okay. And then come on one vertebrae at a time. Woo. Rotate those shoulders back. And we'll do that again. So you can also be on a step or a box and hold a dumbbell in your hand and really get things opening up. This is one of the best things you can do to open yourself up straight. Those who definitely makes it harder, especially when you're talking. So we'll do one more for a good stretch, and then think of one coming up, one vertebrae at a time. Okay, so getting on the ground, we're gonna do a little bit more of a hip opener. Don't worry, I will get you warm, but I want to open up the hip too here. Feel this from yesterday. Gonna push open like so. Okay, sorry, it's hard to see in the black. Then you're gonna place your hand at the same distance or level as your foot. And do that world's greatest stretch. Open up. You can drop that knee down, modify. Down super slow. And we're going to open up one more time. Engage that back quad if you can. Breathe. And then you're going to come down super slow. Flex your foot. Point it in. And then for your hamstring stretch, this is my pure performance side, so I'm not gonna nothing. So I want you to flex the point, invert your toe. That'll get you into a deeper, better, more effective stretch. Okay. And then you're going to, this is a better hip flexor stretch. Let your toe and your knee go out, and then open up your hip. Drive your hip forward. So instead of just doing everything square, open things up, and then drive in. If you're needing more of an intense stretch, you can open up your palms, drop your scapula down, don't shrug up, hold, breathe. So I teach you better ways to open your body. And then I want you, before you release this, in one vertebrae, one limb at a time release. You don't want to rebound what was done. Okay, we're going to switch to the other side. If you just jump out of these stretches, open up that hip. Do it slowly, because you are doing something to your body when you're stretching it out like this. So move slowly out of the stretches. And to the same distance as your foot, drop your knee if you need to, or engage the back leg and open. This could be part of the shoulder as well. So if you need to kind of keep everything down, don't force it. Okay, we're not quite warm yet. Come down nice and slow. And then open up one more time. Now super slow. Hamstring. So flex the foot pointed in. Keep your back as straight as you can. Try to maintain that flexed foot, invert the toe. You'll just get thorough stretch from the toe all the way up if you do this. Everything is connected. Okay. So now you're going to open up those hip flexors, open, open. Drive your hip forward. If this is not enough, you can open up, drop your shoulders, so don't shrug. Okay, and hold. Breathe. Tight psoas hip flexors cause major problems in your body. So, sorry, I'm going to come down super slow, not even following my own recommendation. Okay, so now I just want you to squat, hold here, and if you're ready, I want you to do a little jump jack. Walk your knees. I don't want any of this business. Test your joints. Make your legs do the work. And again, you can modify step, or step out. Whatever you are in the mood to do. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, straddle those legs. So your legs so. You're coming down. Okay, this is as far as my body will allow me to do. Okay, but some of you might even be able to put your head closer to the ground. Increase that range of motion. Getting better. And then come up at the same time. Let's do 2 more of these. Back straight. And 1 more. Feels so nice actually when you get up and get moving. Okay, let's start. Okay, now start with a nice easy weight. If you don't have any dumbbells or any weights, my apologies. That was my mistake for not changing the style of workout. What we do need though, if you have it, is a small set of dumbbells. But if you don't sweat it, okay? I'm going to grab, for reference sakes, I'm going to grab 10s. So not heavy, not too heavy. This is legit going to be my workout for the day because I have no other time today to do anything. So we're going to put you through exactly what I programmed. Okay, so you're going to do a tricep push-up We're gonna stay down. The reason why I push your body from the floor to the to standing is because without being able to do this very easily, it gets harder as we get older. So if you're not great at doing these things, please don't get discouraged. You will get better. I'm going to perform one round so you can see what we're doing. Into plank. Okay. You're going to do a tricep push-up. Maybe bigger than mine. Okay, I've got that rotator that doesn't love the tricep push-up. Then you're going to either get down into a nice little squat. I want to see engagement. So I want your bum to be up here. Elbows in, bicep curl. Then your shoulders are going to lead to a standing, bicep curl, shoulder press, and back down. We're going to do 5 reps of each before we move into the second and third movement. So we're going to do 10 rounds of that, or sorry, 2 rounds of that. So 5 dips, 5 curls, 5 presses, and then we're going to repeat that. That's 1 set. Okay? So you can do it in your own time. You can do it with me. I'm going to walk you through it. Remember, you can definitely step into these squats, bicep curl. Now, if you do not have dumbbells, we still want you to get from the ground up. So you definitely can do the tricep push-up. I want you to pretend you're doing bicep curls. And then I want you to come up and do your shoulder press. The movement from floor to up on your feet is what I want you to focus mostly on. Okay, here we go. Into plank, 5 of each. I'm going to do them to my knees. 5, 4, so keep those eyes up. Elbows are back, nice and tight to your body. 2, and I want you to lock your joints at the top of this movement. Normally, I do not suggest that if you want to keep your joints soft. But for the triceps, your biceps down here, body is still, engage your core. Right? Everything's working here. Everything's working. 4. So if you keep those elbows strong, and now come up to a squat, bicep, shoulder press. And then go back down eccentrically. So complete both movements, slow and controlled. Okay, so there's 2. This is more of an endurance set. High reps. Okay, very unusual for me to program this. But right now, we are in a deload phase. The ladies are taking it down a notch. So we're lightening the loads, we're increasing volumes, just so the body has a bit of transition before we head into their January winter session. Okay, so this is unique. This is a unique style for me. You're getting the taste of it. Okay, second round. Still on my knees. 5, 4, 3. So lock the joints. The triceps attach to the elbows, so I want you to come up and really squeeze. Normally, I prefer you to keep the joints soft. Biceps, body still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulders lead like a real squat, bicep curl. Shoulder press. 5. Bend the knees. Abs are on. Body is nice and strong, right? You're not moving everywhere. Nice and strong. 2 more. So there's 2 movements here. Make sure you're completing both properly. Bicep curl. Down slow. Okay. Your supersetting mat. If it's thin band, you can always graduate to a thicker band next round. I like to start light and then transition as my body is sort of figuring it out. So we're going to do a side raise, so lots of shoulders here. In plank, the front part of your shoulders working. When you're pressing, the back part of your shoulders are working. Now we're focusing on the mid part of the shoulder. I'm going to incorporate a curtsy because why not? So we're going to do 5 per leg. And I want you to try to maintain constant tension on the band. So don't let it be soft here. right? I want you to feel the tension. I like to hold my thumb up like this. Biomechanically, it's better, okay? This isn't wrong, but this is more natural for the shoulder. You can just feel the difference. The shoulder doesn't love this. The shoulder's okay with this, but you listen to your body. Okay, so 2 movements, curtsy, side raise, hold the balance, always. 2, so you're doing 5 per side. And notice that the band continues to have tension on it the entire time. So those shoulders are engaged the entire round. So this will get your cardio going a little bit too. And then switch. I find strength training often across the band. You can use dumbbells as well. You don't have to use the band. I just have always preferred the constant tension and higher tension in this position. The dumbbell doesn't provide that. I find them easier on the joints as well. Shoulders are on fire. 2 more. Last one. Good job, ladies. Okay, I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. We're going to repeat those 2 exercises again. 1 set is a good start, but 2, and even sometimes 3, is what really makes the biggest differences, right? Okay, getting warm, so it's a good sign. Water. And my body is really responding to the higher volume. I'm gonna grab 12s. I'm gonna go up. You don't have to, but I'm feeling okay. So I'm gonna grab 12. I'll be right back. If we don't want to take too long of a rest, because we want to get into these workouts fast, but also the muscles need to feel a sense of lack of recovery. Okay, we're only going to do 2 sets of this. So this is the last round of this. So grab the appropriate weight into plank, strong core. Remember, you can drop down to your knees, which I have to do. Here we go. 5, 4. So you keep your eyes up, don't tuck your chin in. Okay, you'll do this sort of thing. Okay, 1 more. Makes 5. Shoulders feeling better. Step into that squat or jump into it. And now you're doing bicep curls. Notice the elbow doesn't move at all. It's inside of my knee. It's staying put. This is a better weight. And I want you to see if you can push yourself up with the shoulders leading. Bicep curls, shoulder press. There's 1. If you're moving your muscles faster than me, please slow down. Okay? Everyone wants to go fast because they want to finish the round. But we have to make sure the muscles are taking the load, not your joints, nor momentum. There's no momentum in weightlifting ever. Muscles have to do the work. Tricep push-ups down. Second round, if you're going slower than me, then that's fine. But you're definitely not going faster. Feeling the second round of triceps. First round, I didn't feel a single thing. Now I'm feeling it. What does that mean? Body is finally responding. 4, so it's, I want to do 4, but we're doing 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shoulders are leading if you can. And if you're not moving the way I'm cueing yet, that's okay. I'm going to cue to what I want you to do, not what I think you should be doing today. Right? Every day is different. We've all got little pinches and things going on. 1 more. 1 more. Make sure that last one is really slow. Okay, so that felt great. Okay, I'm going to, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to grab a thicker band. So these bands, these are like, everyone has a fancy band, I still just stick with these. They're like $10. And you can travel with them really easily. Some of them now have like the carabiners and stuff. So old school. My shoelaces aren't done, I'll do it up in a sec. Okay, we're actually gonna do the other leg first this time. Okay, if you don't remember, don't worry, it's early. I'm gonna just switch it up. Make sure my less dominant side gets the fresh work. Okay, feeling tension here, thumbs are up. I'm curtsying, and then I'm raising up. You don't want to go big weight though, because if you have to start bending your arm like this, you're not focusing on that small muscle in the shoulders. So your arms have to be pretty straight in order to work the middle muscle in that shoulder. So if you need to decrease to do it properly, form is always the most important, always. Okay, there's 5. Feeling it in. Notice the difference between round 2 and round 1. Body is fatiguing. Muscles are reaching thresholds. It's so hard for us to put on muscle. We have to, unfortunately, be a little repetitive, do a few rounds to make sure that you're doing what we need to do to bring the muscles to that state where they're responding. We'll do one more. And maybe the last rep isn't perfect. That's probably a good sign. Okay, tie up the shoe. We're moving into the second to superset. So because there's a lot of volume, I decided we're just going to do 2 of those. Now we're going to do a reverse. Oh, I actually did the wrong exercise, even though it's written right in front of me. But that's okay. We're going to do the reverse delt glide. I'm going to show you different ways to do this. And skull crushers. So you can have a fit ball or a Bosu ball, or you can just do this on the ground. For the skull crushers, you don't need to be elevated. So I'm going to show you. I wrap around my band against my rack. Okay, you can put it in a door. You can also use dumbbells and just bend over and do them that way. Okay, or you can use your suspension trainer. So we're hitting the back shoulder here, and you can do T's on your suspension trainer. Okay, just make sure the suspension trainer is as long as it can be, right? So make it 6 inches off the ground. I think I'm going to do just the back shoulder with my band. Okay, but if you're doing the flies with dumbbells, I want you in this position. Okay, and then I want you to come out to the side. Don't let your elbows do this. I want them to come out to the side. Everyone does that wrong. It drives me nuts. And in fact, I sometimes do it wrong when I'm doing videos and I watch myself. It's the reason why you do these wrong is because it's easier, right? You don't know you're doing things wrong, but you're naturally just going to do what feels easier without you knowing. That's why it's really important to listen to my cues so you learn how to do things properly. Even if you never do these workouts, watch them so you learn. So when you do your own movements, you get something out of it. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time, right? Form is so important. And unfortunately, too heavy. Even some trainers don't even know what they're doing. Crazy. Okay, so I'm going to just stay here. You can do a curtsy if you want. And we're going to do 10 of these. So if you have chosen a band or a dumbbell that is not going to give you 10 reps, and if you're on a drop set to a smaller weight to finish 10, okay? And the same thing goes for if you grab a band or dumbbells, good job ladies, that you can do more than 10. I want you to do more than 10. I want you to do them until the last 2 are hard. Otherwise you're wasting your time. But then the second round, you're going to know to up the weight, right? Skull crushers. So again, these are small muscles that we're isolating. I'm going to do this on the ground, but if you want to use your fit ball to do it, or your Bosu, totally fine. I'm going to put myself into a bridge position, so my glutes are also working. Now with these skull crushers, ladies, another very important cue is the elbows don't move. Don't let them do this, don't let them do this. And instead of coming up here to extend the tricep, I want you to stop it back there, okay? You're not moving the arms like this at all. This is an exercise that I see done wrong 95% of the time. So you can see me okay, hopefully. I'm gonna move it down a little bit, just so you can hear me and see me. Because this is important. You make the effort to put your gym clothes on, to get into your gym, and then you don't do the exercises properly. Okay, so this is really important. So I'm going to bring the dumbbells to the temples. Okay, and then I'm extending here, not here. Okay, so again, do not let the dumbbells touch. Okay, so 10 of these, or again, if you've selected the weight that you can't do 10, drop the weight, finish 10. Or keep going until 10, or your last two are a challenge without compromising your form. Now we're isolating the triceps again. We're isolating the different head of the tricep, this exercise, but I still want you to lock the joint. Squeeze, relax your shoulders. Okay, think about what muscle you're using. You're using the back of the arm here. So when you come up, squeeze it and think about that muscle. Okay, that was kind of a lame set for me, but we're gonna do that again. Grab a sip of water and finish your set, and then we're going to go. I'm going to show you them with dumbbells so you can see the options. I'm going to do it seated as well. So second round of the beef supersets is what we're doing. So this is the second round to make sure those shoulders are getting the required amount of input to get output that we're looking for. Muscular. So this is what it looks like. Kind of try to keep your belly on the ground, or sorry, on your legs. Don't let your torso raise up. You can also do the bands again. I'm just showing you an option. And then we're coming out to the side, not back here, right? That doesn't feel great on my shoulder. So I'm gonna decrease my weight because that doesn't feel great on my injured shoulder. And if the decreased weight still doesn't feel good, I'm going to either stop, right? My body's trying to tell me, don't do it. And I know that the band was fine for it. Okay, so similar movement, reaching the same muscle, but this is fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, back from the shoulder. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now we're going to go back to the skull crushers. I'm going to use the ball to show you the option. Okay. Go on the ground, this is perfectly fine. Okay. Just want to make sure that you're putting yourself on the ball properly. So head and neck is on the ball, not like this. Everything is nice and straight. Okay, here we go. Squeeze your bum. 10, 9, 8, 7, squeeze your bum. Think of your triceps. 6, 5, now I'm feeling it. 4, no momentum, control it on the way down. 3, 2, and 1. The other thing I'll see people do with triceps is use their wrists, right? They'll use the wrist, no wrist. Make tricep push down, no wrist. You're not using your wrist. Okay? I can tell I've been doing this for probably too long. Watching people do things wrong gives me like this weird twitch. Not you, because you're here learning, but professionals that are online acting like they know what they're doing. Okay, so the last round of this, we're not taking rest, right? We're just going right into it. These are small muscles. We're not out of breath, right? We're using our entire body, especially if we use the fit ball, right? You can do the curtsy too if you want to use those legs. Get the cardio going higher. Your call. This just feels way better on my shoulder. So I'm going to stick with this movement and then higher reps because this band is pretty easy. So the pink band for me is too hard to do these properly. So I'm just lightening the band and I'm going to do a few more reps than 10. So I know that my shoulders you gotta push through, right? All right, that felt great, right? You've got to feel that intensity, right? So unfortunately, when you're doing your workouts on your own, you've got to really dial into how hard you're pushing, right? No one's standing over you, telling you to work harder. So it's really important that you only strength train like this 3 times a week. So when you do it, you have the proper mindset to push heavy and hard. Right? You're not doing this every day. Tomorrow we'll do yoga. I think Brenda is going to be here tomorrow doing the yoga, and then Wednesday we'll maybe do some strength. So I'll give you 10 days of what it kind of should look like. Right? So when you do these, also important strength days, you have the right mindset because you've only done them a few times a week. We're active. Keep going. We're active every day, right? But we only use those muscles and we do specific strength only a few times a week. All you need. Most people overtrain. 5, 4, 3, 2, no rest, breathe. I'm going to do 2 more. Without compromising form, if you can do more, please do it. Maybe I'll go with 50s for the last round. Then I'll know that that's probably the case. Because I'm getting warm, but my body feels good. I'm gonna try to do them. Last round, ladies, and then we've got one more superset, and then we're done. 7:35. So good time. I try to make sure these workouts are no more than 45 minutes, including warm up and cool down. So you can actually do them. You don't have to spend hours in the gym. You just need to be focused. Keep your phone down. Right. So that's someone doing a workout. I love that noise. Someone's 1% better than they were yesterday, and so are we. Okay, so my range of motion is a little smaller. These are more like pulses, but I feel it. Burn. 3, 2, and 1. Now, because there's blood flow in my shoulder, it's responding super well. Okay, I'm gonna grab the 15s for the last set. So I'm doing the desired rep range that I have written down for us. But again, if you don't have a huge amount of weights, then just keep the volume higher, totally fine. Eventually, you will have to increase loads. But if you're just starting out, Baby weights, only a couple, is totally fine. We're right into it, gang. Walking out. Have your neck around the ball, right? You don't want to worry about your neck. So make sure it's well protected. 1. Squeeze your bum. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Yep. 7. 8. 9. Couldn't finish the 9th one. So I'm going to get rid of the things, grab my 10s, and finish the rep range. This is called drop setting. So if your trainer has given you a specific rep range that she wants or he wants you to complete, you can't do it with the weight you have in your hand. You drop set to finish. Okay. Feel them out of the body, yeah? Okay, so I'm gonna grab a sip of water. Last superset, we're gonna be done in 5 minutes. Love how my muscles feel. So just as a side note, when you are doing muscle work, like we are today, your blood in your muscles goes into the muscles, right? So you look pumped, you look more muscular. Okay, so when people say, oh, you know, I don't want to look too muscly, they don't actually look like this. Once we're finished the workout, you go back to a more normal way of looking. But, you know, if you continue to want to build muscle, that consistency, you'll look a little bit more, but this is as muscly as I look, right? Because the blood is in this part of my body. So it's a good time to take a picture or selfie, right? Because this is when you look the strongest. Don't forget, we've got giveaways to give. I had 2 people I get to pick from for the gold bundle. So don't forget, once you finish the workout, to take a picture of something that you've showed that you've done it and tag me so I see it. So you can win the giveaways. Okay, so I'm going to use this band. I did promise you're going to be done in 5 minutes. So I'm going to show you different options of this because obviously this is a dance. But I like to show things that people can't do because I want you to work towards them and keep practicing them. So my shoulders are really tired. So this is going to be interesting. You can also close your legs closer together and make it easier, right? So I'm going to do an anterior raise. My shoulder doesn't want to do that, okay? So your goal is to have a straight arm. I know that I can do it, okay? It's just my shoulder isn't happy. I'm pushing it today. So we'll see how that goes. So anterior raise, even that feels better. Once I'm up, we're going to do a squat. And then we're going to come down. So as you can imagine, if you're tight, if you have some flexibility issues in your ankles, mobility issues in your ankles, that is going to be a no-go, okay? So these are options for you. You can grab a thinner band and you can do 1 foot, okay? But some of you won't even go so far, be able to do this. That's okay, totally normal. Do you know how much flexibility issues women have, especially as you get older? So you'll get there, but for today, you're going to do your best with no weight, right? You're going to do 10 of these without weight. And if your heels are popping up, then your range of motion is that. I just don't want you doing this. I want you to use your legs, okay? Do what you need to do to get that done. And then to just make sure the shoulders, after you've done them without, just finish a few anterior raises. Okay? Breaking the movement up into two is basically what we're doing. So we're gonna try, I don't know, 8-ish of these. We'll see. Last superset, someone just finished the workout. 10% better than she was yesterday. 1. Remember, no momentum, right? So that hand is gonna wanna come down fast. Don't let it do that. Right? You're controlling it. If you focus on making the muscles do the work, you will get so much stronger, so much quicker. Okay? But we see a number that we want to finish, we finish through it. It hurts, it's uncomfortable. So we get sloppy. Okay? 3 times a week with the proper approach to building your body is all you need. But you do need a very strong personality mindset to push through strength training. So I wasn't counting, but I'm definitely, my arms are on fire, like my shoulders are on fire. Big shoulder workout today. And then I'm going to show you some options with the bicep curls. I'm going to use a ball because it's more functional than a bench, but you certainly can use the bench if you have one. And if you don't have a football, don't worry, I will show you an option. I'm going to grab my 10s. No, these are 15s. And I'm going to put myself in an incline bench position. And why? Because we want to hit both heads of the biceps. So our elbows, our fulcrum, are moving positions to hit the other head. So when we're standing like we did at the beginning, the fulcrum is here. You're hitting one head. Now we're going to move the elbow back. And we're going to do this. Then you're going to hit a different head of the bicep. There's only 2, right? That's why we do more tricep stuff, because there's 3 bigger. It goes saggy quickly. So this is why we work a lot on the triceps. Biceps, not so much. It's the tricep that actually makes your arm look the most defined and sculpted. We still have to work the biceps because they have to be strong. So that elbow has to stay back. Otherwise, you just may as well do them standing, right? So get yourself into an incline. I will show you an option without the ball in a moment. So position, incline. See where the elbows are? We're resting on the ball. I'm really close to the ground. And I'm really close to my ball. I should wear white hats. Can't really see. The ball, my bum, sorry, is really close to the ground. I'm not sitting. And it's really close to the ball, not like this. Okay, nice and close. But more importantly, look where my elbows are. They're not here, they're back here. So that's what you need to do. 10. Full range of motion. 9. Okay, I'm going to put it closer up so you can see better. Terrible black and black, you can't really see what I'm doing. There goes another workout. Okay. So flat bench, lower. There we go. So it doesn't really matter if the knees are going over the toes. They used to be really weird about that, but now I kind of feel like the knees should go over the toes. Okay, and then you're just not letting your body do any of this. 10. Notice I have full range of motion, but I'm not coming up here. There's no work up here. So you're actually resting. So all the way down, don't lock the joint, and then stop before the tension comes off. 3, no wrist. 4, don't speed through this. Good job, ladies. 6, I can't count. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, feeling it. Feeling it in my legs too. 2. This is why using the fit ball versus the bench is so much harder. Okay, like way harder, right? Your legs are working. Your lower body is basically working. Your abs are working. I'll tell a quick story while we're grabbing a sip. years ago, I trained this guy who had a massive heart attack, so we had to watch his heart rate monitor, or his heart rate closely. So we were doing chest press on the football, which is that, just a chest instead of biceps. And his heart rate was like 180. And I said, I don't really like that your heart is that high doing this. So the second round, I moved him to the bench. The exact same exercise, he's just on the bench. His heart rate was 110. So that just goes to show you, he wasn't fit, clearly, but the difference in how much harder functional training is. Sometimes though, you just want to go heavy. You don't want to mess around with the fit ball and your legs and your core. You want to grab, like, not so much for biceps, but you want to grab like the big 30 pounds. You probably do want to use the bench, right? So there is a place for everything, but I just want to let you know that if you're looking for killing two birds with one stone, working your cardio, working your legs a little bit more, adding in options where there's balance involved and more than one or two muscles involved, your entire body has to work on the fit ball. Your body's going to respond in a different way. So keep that in mind. Incorporate both. Okay, so here we go back. I was yes, fascinating because I don't want to do this again. But with that rest, I feel like we're good. So pick your pain. You're either just doing these because you're forcing your body into something it doesn't really want to do at that level, right? That's where I started. We all have to start somewhere. Don't get discouraged. Okay? I see it all the time. You just get so discouraged with some of the things we can't do. That's okay. You're working out, you're getting better. And even if you're not perfect in the things that you're doing, it's okay. You're still getting better. Even if you never look better, that's okay. Remember, 70% of the population doesn't even try. So we're like killing it just by showing up. So sad, isn't it? Okay, so I don't know how many that was, but my shoulders are certainly exhausted. Okay, so our goal is to wake up tomorrow and feel something, right? And in this case, even though it's mostly shoulders and arms, we incorporated some legs. So it'll be very interesting to see how your body responds. This is higher volume for us strong bodies, ladies. So I'm guessing we'll respond in a positive way. You'll feel it more tomorrow. Okay, here we go. 10, no wrist. Full range of motion. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, forces you to do the full workout. 2, in real time, right? Okay, there. How many of you get tired? I should do of the repetitiveness of strength. It is what it is, ladies. Okay. Play good music. Do it with a partner. Join a 10 Days of Christmas. Here we go. Last round. This is it. After this, we are done. Then you have done an incredible upper body, mostly upper body, full body strength workout. I believe Brenda will be here tomorrow. That'll help you push through this last set. 3, watch your knees when you're squatting, right? Don't drop them in. 2, I think I did 6. So I will also show you some very good shoulder mobility stuff that you could start incorporating into your workouts before You do them. Funny, you know, like shoulders. Massive pain in my ass now. But the days I don't work out, I feel worse. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm in perimenopause. I have been for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Slowly, right? You know small things like periods are not every 28 days. And then about a year-ish ago, maybe longer, body pain set in. Musculoskeletal pain is legit. But I'm aware of it. And I just know that not moving is not an option. I've tried rest, doesn't work, makes me feel worse. But just proper warm-ups, proper cool downs, proper nutrition, proper sleep. I always say to my clients, it's doable. We can thrive at this stage in our life, but everything has to improve. You have to fine tune all of the habits. It just is what it is. And if you do fine tune your habits, you're all gonna kick ass. Sometimes you don't feel like you're kicking ass, but that's when your positive mindset kicks in. Ladies, awesome work. Thank you so much for joining me. I will get this taped, sent to you. The winner of yesterday's challenge will be on there. And thank you so much for joining me. It sure is fun to have you join me. So I might switch the time a few times just to see, but you can always email me and let me know specific times that you're also looking for, because I'd love for us to keep showing up. So thanks again. I feel awesome. I hope you do too. And we will see you hopefully tomorrow with yoga. Getting sweaty. Love it. Thanks, ladies.